Um, yes, hello everybody. My name is Sam from Southern Africa House Church, and I am currently serving in the First Service media team on sound. And today I'd like to share about the grace I received from Christ during the singles camp and the changes to my heart I have found since then. Before the camp, for quite a while, I had questions for God regarding my future career and a genuine need to know God's path for me beyond that. Having recently graduated from computer science late last year within a rapidly changing technological landscape, my career prospects seemed uncertain and in question. There were still openings in my field, of course, but opportunities for an entry-level role seemed to be rapidly closing. And even if I did manage to get into an entry-level role, career longevity wasn't looking like something I could manage, wasn't looking like something I could rely on within that field. And through God's grace, however, I managed to get positions in adjacent fields, but seeing technological developments happen so rapidly on a month-to-month basis had me continuously looking at different career paths in the hope of finding one that would stick for the foreseeable future. I was focused on trying to find a career path that I could reliably follow without the fear of that entire branch of speciality becoming obsolete midway. I was lost, and God was becoming steadily more difficult to hold on to. However, a few weeks before singles camp, God, out of the blue, just gave me a heart of comfort. The comfort in knowing that my life was God's, and just because my plans had failed didn't mean God's had failed. He most definitely had a plan for me, a plan that might not end at all in the way that I expected it to, but ultimately be something that allows me to proclaim with certainty that God is good. And so with this heart, even whilst being busy serving the media team at camp, I felt fulfilled and didn't feel like I was missing out on any of the grace or messages from God. I especially remember one of the selective lectures that I attended named DM, where the pastor likened DMing on social media platforms with praying to God. The pastor who was giving the lecture told us that our prayers become blackmail to God when we ask for something to be done in our time and in our ways. Just to blame and grow apart from God when He doesn't answer these prayers in exactly the ways and times that we wanted. I realized I had been exactly like this. Throughout the past few years, I had quietly been losing faith in the power of prayer as God time and again was silent when it came time to answer my prayers. Whether I prayed out of formality, out of habit, or pure desperation, there had been no answer, and so I'd slowly been burning out in my faith and in my prayer. But hearing the words of the pastor made me reflect on my prayers, how selfish they had been, and how immature and hasty I had been with God. This time of reflection led to a consistent heart of trust in God following camp, strengthening the state of calm He had allowed me a few weeks before camp, as I said before. Although as I am human, I have moments of weakness where my heart falters, but as I still trust God to be my shepherd who guides me on His path, these moments pass, and I'm able to resist drifting away from Him once again. For quite a while now, during my moments of weakness and vulnerability, I have been getting reminded of Matthew chapter 7, verses 9 to 1. 9 to 11. Okay. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? It's a verse I'd heard in church countless times, as I'm sure you have as well, that I'm coming now to empathize with more and more. Whenever I feel my prayers aren't being heard, or that I can't feel God's presence in the path that I'm currently walking. I believe God's path will only be what is good in ways beyond my understanding, and so I choose to walk it with faith and courage. I pray that I can keep this heart of trust, and thank you for listening to my story.
네, 은혜 간증 감사합니다.
Thank you for your My Story.
네, 우리 좋으신 하나님의